you know?
I
Oh,
guess.
yeah.
There we're live. I really want to use it because the paid version's only $16 a month, and you can have people stream to their channel too. So that's a good value, as opposed to StreamYard that wants $50 or $49 or whatever.
Wow.
So I was really
Well, what
hoping
about
it
the
was going to work. Do
what
what
about
now?
the link that when you're gonna go live, you can
Mm-hmm.
invite someone to join you? How come you can't use that
Uh-huh.
link just to have somebody join you? It's free.
Well, I mean, you can join and be on the live together, but you can't stream it to your channel. You have to have the paid version
Oh,
to do
okay.
that
Hey,
on
Katie, how are you?
StreamYard as well.
Okay.
And does it work like that on YouTube? You can do it on just through the YouTube app.
Yeah, it's all through the YouTube, but it's like you said, like if it's it won't be, well, it might be on my channel, but I think the person who hosts the live is the one that gets the hours.
Yeah.
I think. Hi, Izzy, how are you?
Oh, Simply Katie, send me $2. Thank you. All right. Now see, if I was on StreamYards, I have my slide video linked up to show for my super chats, but I haven't been able to get it over here to
Oh,
this one yet. But anyway, you just have to imagine me going down the slide. Woo!
well, I know that was that must have been fun.
It was fun because it's something I haven't been able to do in years.
Yeah, you
My
get that
daughter, I
energy,
asked
and
my
that.
daughter, I asked my daughter if she can remember me ever going down the slide with her, and she said no, she can't. So
Wow,
she's
wow,
27. So that means I haven't done it for
wow.
27 years. I may have done it.
Holy,
I may have done it, before then. But anyway, everybody, this is Mimi from Mimi's
hi everyone.
Place. Mimi, go ahead and tell us some about your channel.
Oh, well, about 4 or 5 years ago, I started a. My mom was blind, and I used to love to hear her stories, and I knew she was getting up there in age, so I started recording some like little talks with her. And then my son wasn't on YouTube, so I said, "Yeah, everybody else has a YouTube one too." Um, and then I just started doing. I started watching other channels and started doing different things, and I have videos of my mom, and I just think it's something nice for my granddaughters. Um, to say, if they think it's hysterical now, Mimi has a YouTube channel, and like they think it's funny. But I like to do the frugality. I think it's a challenge. I think it's fun. It's a fun challenge. It's not so much to see how broke I am, but more to see how I'm capable of surviving and doing things if I ever had to. But I ain't that far off, which I don't think a lot of people are right now.
Thank you, Izzy Sky, and welcome, Isabella. Um, Katie said one of the first things she realized when she lost weight is she could cross her legs. And I can do that now too. And I never could before.
Awesome.
So it's so weird
Awesome.
when I sit down, I just automatically will cross my leg over. And it's just weird because I never could before.
Yeah. See,
So
that's just a
that
natural
is a
thing that we
weird
do, you
thing.
know?
Yeah, but when you're heavy and you can't put your legs together, or your leg might go over, but it won't stay there. It would slide off. Hey,
Yeah,
Retro.
and it's not comfortable.
No, no.
Hi,
And it doesn't
Retro.
look nice
Hi,
either
Isabella.
with you trying to hike your leg up over
No.
there. So it's definitely a different thing where you can actually bend your one leg back and have your other leg over on top of it, and sit more like a proper lady. It is a
Like a
different
lady.
thing. Yeah.
Hey, girls don't sit
So
like that anymore, huh?
I don't know, but I'm sitting like it all the time now that I can do it. hmm It's like a new game. It's like, oh, look what I can do.
That's awesome.
So Mimi talks a
But I try to have
lot
fun
on
on
her
my channel.
channel about prepping, being prepared, being kind of self-sufficient with your food, not wasting any food, all that kind of stuff. So she dehydrates things, she cans things, she freezes things. She had her own garden this year and put up a lot of stuff from her garden. I'm very jealous because it's all the things I wish I had time to do and wish I could do that I
I
don't
know.
do. Uh, but it's really a good thing to try to at least be prepared in case something does happen. We don't
Right. I
know
just want to know.
what the future
Yeah, I just
holds.
want to know that I can do it, like if I had to, can I do this? I know now that I can grow my own food from seed and I know how to preserve it. So, that's, I learned how to store water. I know that I have other things lined up that I could do if I ever had to. But it's not always for a big disaster. It could just be for anything. Everybody should have a full pantry if you can possibly do it, you know? Not just for
Yeah.
convenience, but a matter of survival. If you lost your job or something, that's important. So I liked having a full pantry all the time because with just my family heritages, we like to cook and have people over, and it's just part of life.
Right. My mom and when I was growing up in Indiana, we had a garden, and they would buy half a cow and put it up in the freezer,
Yeah.
and she canned stuff out of the garden,
Yep.
and she froze vegetables and stuff. And it was really nice because during the winter months, it would get where we'd be having blizzards and be snowed in. And you couldn't get out to the grocery store, nor
Yeah.
could the trucks get into the grocery store. So you might not have had fresh milk and bread, but she could make homemade bread. But she would have
Yeah.
meat and she would have vegetables and all of that. Hi,
Yeah.
Val. Welcome
Just the things
in.
that hey, um when you said something, you said you wish you had the time to do it. When I was taking care of my mom, I didn't have 5 minutes to sit down. I don't know how the heck I
Mhm.
took care of her. I had a garden, took care of the house, and now that she's gone, I wish I didn't have so much free time. I wish I didn't have
Yeah.
so much free time.
Well, that's kind of
So
like with me
it's
that
but her
in the
birthday's
in
next week.
next
I'm gonna.
fall, the baby will go to school, and I'll have a lot of free time
Mm,
because I won't have her Monday through Friday all
you're gonna
day
miss
every
her.
day. And but I think about it, I'm going to be so lonely without her. I'm so used to her being here that, it will be
Yeah,
different. It won't be just free time. But I understand what you're saying. I wish we could
you're
stop
gonna
the
have to fit her
clock.
in now. Yeah,
Yeah,
yep. You're gonna have to fit her in now. She's gonna have a schedule and friends. Wait till
yeah.
they have friends
Oh, I know.
and
I
they go to
know. It's
birthday
terrible.
parties and you, you're never gonna see my twin because she's always so busy. So she
Yeah.
goes to
But they
private school,
definitely
and
are
she's
little
on the
social
team and
butterflies
going
once
back to
they
school.
start school.
And
Hey, Austin,
especially
welcome.
girls. Good afternoon,
Yeah.
Austin.
My daughter said
But
yesterday that somebody told her, go ahead.
no, no, I'm listening. I think it
Oh,
buffered.
but my daughter
What?
was saying that somebody said, "Oh, you need to start the baby in ballet or gymnastics," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, let's add
Oh,
something else on there to do." Hi,
she's only 3.
empowered living Priscilla, welcome. And we have Val's weather for Deming, not North, New Mexico. I'm sorry. Conditions are fair with a temperature of 55. The wind is blowing from the west at 11 miles an hour, and the current humidity is 32%. And Austin's weather in Anderson, conditions are mostly cloudy with a temperature of 73. The wind is blowing from the southeast at 0 miles an hour, and the current humidity is 67. Oh, so it is chilly where you are, Val. It was kind of wet and, damp this morning, but it wasn't like cold or anything yet. Well, Priscilla, we're glad to have you. We're glad you could catch us live. Priscilla is in her 70s and she has a YouTube channel that she's just getting started. I think she has 300 and
oh,
something
okay.
subscribers. But she is empowered living, like her name says. She's all about you can do it at any age, whatever you want to do, whether it's
Oh,
going back to
wow.
school, starting a new career, or, whatever. So that's good. That's a good
Yeah.
thing. That's how I feel too. Age is just a number, doesn't mean
Well,
anything about our abilities to do things.
I don't know. I feel old sometimes. I do. It was physically draining, like physically, because after a while, she couldn't bear any weight, so she couldn't walk. So I had to do all the
Mm.
transfers and the showers but I did it and we made a joke out of everything. Like everything was just a joke with her. So it made it fun, but I just think my body really
Oh,
took a
yeah.
beating. But
Well, it's like they say, if you knew you were going to live this long, you would have took better care of yourself. And that's true.
yeah,
Young people don't realize,
she didn't.
your body
Yeah, I
will
know
get
it.
old. Yeah. So I think especially I feel for
Even
the
the
men who play the sports in their youth and they blow out their knees and, hurt their
yeah,
backs and all of that. And then they still have to live their life, you know,
I
for 40,
know,
50
I
more
know it.
years, you know.
Yeah, and then they wonder why when they turned 40, everything started going on them.
Yeah, exactly.
But when we were kids, we didn't wear helmets
Oh,
on our
yeah.
bikes. We drank from the garden. We played in the street till the street lights came on. Like what you know what? Like we didn't
Yep.
even wear sunscreen. It was like you
No,
know
no seat belts in the
they
cars.
just yeah. Well, I had a seat, but it was to keep me busy in the car. It
Oh,
wasn't
okay.
really a car seat for safety. It was just a seat and it had a little wheel, and I used to sit there and drive. But it wasn't to keep you safe. My mother, they used to have car beds, and it was like a big long, almost like with no wheels or nothing, and they'd carry it. They'd put it on the floor in the back seat of the car, take a nap. You know.
Wow.
Hi, Steve and
They,
Tina.
yeah, I was trying to type that in there. Um, all of the safety things that they have in place now, we lived without, and we made it just fine, you know. And then it's all the things that,
My mother never.
yeah. Hi, Melinda.
We didn't have safety locks on the cupboards.
No,
We
no.
never had safety locks on drawers and cupboards, and oh my God, it was like we
And
didn't even
they
have a
didn't
fire
put things
extinguisher. It
up
was don't play with
either.
matches, huh?
But they didn't put up the knickknacks or the cleaning products or, anything like that.
No,
They raised you
you
to know to
touch
leave
it.
it alone and not to get into everything. Yeah, but not today. Mm-mm,
When
no.
I was very small, the thing I hated the most, and this is gonna sound gross, I hated when I'm talking when I was very small, like 5 or under. I hated if I had diarrhea. So I used to say to my mother, "Well, what's that for?" "Well, that's cleaning stuff, and don't touch it. It'll give you diarrhea." I wouldn't touch anything.
Oh, goodness.
I know. And everything was make sure when she taught me how to wash dishes, make sure you rinse the dishes well. The soap will give you diarrhea. I'm like, okay. Oh, I trusted them.
Yeah.
Meant
Well,
no. Absolutely.
my parents didn't, like spank me or anything, but it was like we respected them and we would it was like it was more that you didn't want to disappoint your parents, that you didn't want them to be
Yes,
disappointed with you. Not that you were, bad and did something bad, but that would disappoint them.
that's right.
Kids just aren't like that anymore. Welcome in the good life off the grid. Says, good evening, ladies. Hope
Off
you are
grid.
all good from Helene from the UK or Helen from the UK. I changed my channel name. Okay.
Hi, Helen. How are
All
you?
right. Let me see here.
I remember me and my brothers, we used to get um, scatter rugs. Like my mother would have
Uh-huh.
like well, now they call them area rugs. They used to call them scatter rugs, and they were beautiful. But we'd get them, and we all had them by our bed, to make it look nice. One of those rugs, and we'd sit on it down the stairs on our butt. And now I'm wondering why my spine hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Stairs like this.
Yes.
We didn't think of anything.
Thank you, Empowered Living, for reminding them. Please give me a thumbs up. And if you're on a cell phone, you can just tap the screen and it'll do the like for you. I wanted to, and I have a slide prepared, but I can't get it to work right over here. But I wanted to tell you all about a channel called Pickle Trees. And Pickle Trees is a lady who is 92 years old. Go ahead. Go ahead,
I'll be
Mimi.
right back.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
sorry guys.
That's okay. Let me pull this up so I can read you what her daughter wrote on her page. Just a second. Okay. She says, my mom is 92 and has dementia, and YouTube has given me a connection with her that I can't explain. Yet, she loves the comments and the fact that so many people have joined us. This channel is our way of connecting with others to share the trials and triumphs of life, of aging and dementia, of caregiving and everything in between. Join us as we talk about the hard subjects and get real with the day today challenges of life after 90, caregiving for a parent and dementia. Um, and what their channel is that she does shorts, that she does these one liner jokes every day, and they're just the corniest like jokes. Like I'll give you an example. Let's see.
Sometimes those are the funniest.
Oh, why couldn't the
My granddaughter came, had to open the
why couldn't the pony sing? And the answer is he was a little hoarse, like hoarse throat, but he was a little hoarse. But anyway,
Yeah.
she is absolutely adorable, and
Oh,
she
how
does
cute is
these
that?
short every day. Anyway, her daughter is asking for people to send her Christmas cards because she
Absolutely.
loves getting mail and she loves, having people following her. And so I have the address to send her Christmas cards. And I want to send her some. And I want to try to get everybody else to, do it on their channel and have people send her Christmas cards.
Yeah,
So,
let's bomb her. Bomb
yeah.
her with Christmas cards.
So, anyway, I'm going to type this in the chat since I can't do my slide. But it's Grandma Pickle Trees, and it's P.O. Box 68, and it's Hartley, Delaware.
That's going to be so much fun.
9953. So anyway, that's one thing. Last Christmas, I sent cards to the soldiers who were going to be away from home for Christmas, and so I did that. And but now I think this will be a good uh, cause to get behind. So I left them a message. She does not show an email address on her page, so I couldn't email her. But I did leave a message and say that I was going to promote that on my channel and that I would try to get people to help send her some mail too. So if y'all have some stamps laying around and some Christmas cards, please consider sending her a Christmas card. This may be
If
her,
somebody
she's
really can't,
92.
if
So,
somebody really can't send her a card, if this because of stamps or something, I will send them a card blank with a stamp, and then they can just fill it out and mail it.
oh, all right,
If
great.
somebody really, if you really can't.
Yeah,
But it'd be cool to let this lady get cards. Simply Katie, what do I know?
that
For
she
me,
loves to
no.
send mail.
Oh,
Yes. I've gotten lately where I like going to the mailbox too to see if there's any mail.
yeah.
There we go. Got my And I actually went the other day and I already have bought some
Pretty.
Thanksgiving cards, Christmas cards
That's so nice.
that I will be sending out to some special people. And I'm definitely going to send her one. And I've got a couple boxes of different Christmas cards, so I figured I would send her those too, some of those too.
That's sweet. That's
But
sweet.
I think that'll be fun. Gail did on Gail's Southern Living and Broken Hearts Ministry. She did the write the cards out for the homeless to put in the bags that they
Yeah.
hand out to the homeless people. So I got cards and I wrote a bunch of those and sent those to her for that. So I like doing that kind of stuff. Doesn't really
Yeah.
take a lot of time or money,
I
um,
know it.
but just that little act of kindness can mean something, to somebody, especially if they don't get mail, you know.
Yeah.
So
Especially,
I like,
people in a nursing home. They love to get mail.
yes.
Some of them have no family, you know?
I really want to, and COVID kind of put a damper on it because you used to could go to nursing homes and visit people that didn't have people coming to
Right,
see them.
right.
And I would like to have my daughter or my granddaughter go shopping and buy some things and wrap them up and
Yep.
take them like to a nursing home and give away some presents because it's about time for her to start learning that it's not just about her getting presents,
Yeah.
but that it's about giving presents.
You
So,
know, I think you could still do it. You probably just have to call the nursing home. The activities director is usually the one who would put something like that together. And
yeah,
just tell them what you're doing. I have, my
yeah,
3-year-old granddaughter, and we want to do this. Is there any reason why we couldn't come, around Christmas time and just, or their birth, if somebody has a birthday? I mean, I can't
yeah.
imagine spending my birthday by myself in a nursing home,
Hi,
and to have,
Rudy.
and they love little kids too.
Yeah.
Hi,
Well, and
Rudy.
that way too, if I call ahead of time, I can find out like who doesn't have people coming and who like what they need or what would they want type of
Right.
thing. So I would know like what kind of to get them
Yeah.
um so that, it would be something that they would like, you know. The Good Life Off the Grid said, I miss getting mail. Stamps are so expensive here now. I like the cards from the 60s and 70s. Care, work, part time, a lot of stuff for the homeless. Broadcast it so much now because I had a lot of trolls. Oh, so you can't do it as much. You know, that means that you were doing something good if you had trolls, because they say the trolls only want to mess with you if you're doing
Exactly.
good. So
Exactly.
you just have to have some moderators that are quick with the wrench and will block the person. I had one a couple weeks ago. He kept changing his name and coming back. We block him, then he'd come right back. So had to, get rid of him for a
Yeah,
little
I
while.
know who it was. They kept changing their name to a different number. It
Yeah.
was like, yeah, he was on Rita's too, he or she.
Uh-huh. Katie, yeah, Norma is doing some crafting over there, and I'm not going to keep this one too long, and we're going to go over there to watch that too. I guess she forgot that I normally go live at 12, so they had set theirs up for 12. Um, I wish my slides would work. It just irritates me to no small amount. But I've got to play with it more. I've just got to learn, you know, how it works. Oh, you still do lives, but you don't speak about the homeless or anything. Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, you do kind of have to be careful what you talk about. Some
Hmm.
people have opinions that are different than yours, and then they like to
I found
express
out
those
this week.
opinions.
I found that out. But I don't care.
Well,
you
I
know?
don't care either, really. I mean, like, it just the fact of being a Christian, sometimes, you talk about Christian things, they have an opinion about that. So
Yeah.
I will talk about that. I don't care what anybody says. But as far as some of the other topics, and I was thinking about we need to do a live on Tuesday. You know what
Marathon.
Tuesday is? Yeah. So I was like, yes, we need to try to do like something on Tuesday for that. We don't have to say anything about why we're doing it, just that we're
Yeah.
having a celebration and hopefully it'll be for the right reason.
Oh, it
Um,
will be. I told my boyfriend we should have a party that night and just have nothing but McDonald's. A French fry buffet. No onions. Hold the onions on the quarter pounders.
but anyway, so what are you going to do coming in the next couple months? Have you got any big plans of anything or
For my channel?
uh-huh or your life?
Okay. No, no, my life. No, no. No. The channel, I am going to be doing a few other things. People really like the cooking videos. and
Yes.
I had quality comments and views and on my gingerbread from my mom's vintage cookbook. So I want to make blueberry muffins. So that's gonna be another cooking video. Um, I want to do something different, but I don't know. I have to give it some thought. I want
Mm-hmm.
to do what. See, people are used to seeing my breakfast videos, my cooking, my hauls, but that gets old once in a while. So I want to throw in something else. I would say probably some sewing. I'd like to do some sewing on the machine and maybe bring you guys along. And I wanted to do another thing. I don't know if Misty's going to do it. I don't know if she wants to do it with me. We've both been talking about it and we never did it. I want to do a thing on um, Christian modesty for women. You know,
Okay.
just you don't have to look like you're wearing a potato sack, but cover up. And just different things that we wear to church, and so I might be doing something like that. And I am going to. Hang on, guys. My aunt gave me this book when I was like 7 or 8 years old. I found it in my drawer. It
Little
was a
House on the
dollar
Prairie.
fifty.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna start reading it. I think I'm gonna
That'd be
start reading
cool.
it. Just a page or two a day. Just take my time.
Yeah,
I'm not
that'd
gonna
be
put a time
good.
limit on the. Yeah, not put a time limit on the video or how many pages I'm gonna read a day. I'll read till I get tired. You know.
Yeah.
And
Because sometimes it might be a good part that you can't stop in the middle of, like you have to
right,
finish that part and then you can stop.
right. So I'd like to do
Hello,
that.
living our simple lives. Welcome. Well, it's kind of like I did the series on happiness or being true to yourself. And then
Yeah,
I did the series on the dating. And then after today, when we were talking, I'm going to do the series about how, the person we were in the past, even though you don't want to bring forward your struggles and your troubles, you do have to bring forward that same parts of yourself, the person that you were. No matter what you've struggled with, it's made you into the person you are now.
right,
So even
right,
though there's things in our past that we would like to, hey, Misty, things that we
hey,
would like to forget about or say, well, I'm not that person anymore. There are parts of you that are still that person. And we
right.
shouldn't forget the good parts and the fun parts of our personalities. So I'm going to do some research on that and try to come up with something like that. I was going to do something the first of the year for the New Year's resolutions or whatever, but I really think this is going to be a better topic. I think this is what I'm going to do for January and have it be yeah. Anyway, I gotta do some more thinking on it to exactly how I want to do it, but I
Right.
definitely am gonna do it. I'm gonna talk about one more thing and then we're gonna go over to watch Norma. Norma and I are doing a Christmas challenge, and I think most of y'all got emails. um, it's going to be hashtag share your Christmas with us, and you can do anything related to Christmas. It can be baking, cooking, decorations, making ornaments, decorating your Christmas tree, decorating your house, going and looking at Christmas lights. Um, Sometimes here in my town, they do a live nativity scene. That
Oh,
would be
nice.
cool to video. So anyway, it will start on Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, and it'll end December 15th. So we'll have a couple of weeks to get our videos done. And we will be picking a channel to pick the winner from. And then we'll do the random comment picker out of the comments on your video. And so we'll do like we did with Fall Fest. We'll share everybody's videos and we'll comment on everybody's videos. And then that way we all have a chance of winning the prize.
That's
And
awesome.
I'm giving out $25 Amazon gift card. and some door prizes. And I've put in my email. If anybody wants to donate any door prizes, let me know. And I've already had a couple people say they would give stuff for that. And what they'll do is you just keep it and you send it to the person, whoever the winner is, instead of you having to send it to me and then me sending it back out to somebody else. So that way, only one of us is paying postage instead of postage two ways.
That's
And you
cool.
can do a giveaway on your channel if you want to, but you don't have to. But it'll just be fun. And I really want to see what other people do for their holidays. How, what are their
Yeah,
traditions? What do they, you know, because my daughter is just now starting traditions with my granddaughter. And she doesn't necessarily want to do the Santa Claus thing. So it is about giving and giving, but it's not going to be necessarily that everything came from Santa, you know.
that's
And
right.
she felt like we lied to her when we told her that it was from Santa. And then
Oh,
when she found out it was from us, she felt like, we killed Santa or something.
yeah, it's a big
So,
letdown. It's a big letdown.
yes. So we kind of, you know, don't say it's from Santa, but we do. She knows who Santa is, and she knows about snowman and Rudolph, and all of that. But it's just the presents don't necessarily come from Santa. So, the Good Life said, "I am on your channel video. Was you were getting ready for the first bad weather. I hope you got through it okay." Oh, yes. Hurricane Helene did come through here, and we were without power for about 10 days. And
Oh,
we didn't stay the whole 10 days. We were here about 4 days, and then we left and went to a hotel. So um, it was a lot worse in other places than it was here, but it was bad enough here. We still have the roads are just lined with the trees that fell, and they've cut them all up, and there's big, huge logs laying all along the sides of the roads, and it's a mess. But we didn't get hit as bad as some did. So I'm thankful about that. I'm going to go ahead and put Norma's link in the chat so that anybody who wants to go over and see Norma's, see them doing some crafts will be able to. Just a second. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? No, I'm not doing too good. I'm just going to type it because I you won't be able to click on it, but you'll be able to follow it. Okay. There we go. And I think she's working on a Christmas wreath.
oh, that'll be nice.
Yeah. I think she'll have 2 or 3 other people on there with her, and they're all working on some crafts.
Oh,
So
that's
that'll be
fun.
good. Well, Mimi, thank you so much for coming today and being my
Thank
guest.
you.
I
You,
thoroughly enjoyed it, and we will all be subbing up to you and watching your channel.
thank you,
And
Echo.
if you ever want me to come be a guest on your channel, I'll be glad to.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. All right,
Thank you,
everybody, we're going to
everyone.
get out of here, and we're going to go to Norma's and watch her for a little bit. I apologize again about this restream not working so hot. I will get it figured out. I will
I
try
like
my
it.
darndest.
I think it's pretty good. You just have to get used to it. But
Yeah, it definitely buffers more than does, but that just may be my internet too, may be acting up. Yes, Creative Soil, you came in a little bit late, honey.
but hi
It's
anyway.
okay though. Good to see
All right.
you. All right. Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
everyone.